I'd like to invite you to think back on one of your favorite food memories. The smells, the flavors. What was it about this experience that etched it into memory? Was it the social connections, the comfort of tradition, the thrill of trying something new? Food is not just sustenance. It's a celebration of our culture, a testament to our histories, a symbol of home. Food can also be a lens through which we understand the nuanced interplay of global dynamics. My project focuses on exploring the history and culinary heritage of Mexican food. We'll look at the macro forces of Spanish colonization and the impact that it had on indigenous foodways, and also micro individual experiences, from grandmothers passing down family recipes to the connections we have to certain foods. My name is Daniela Graves, Associate Professor of Sociology at Ventura College, and I would love to have you join us for the 2024 EPIC Symposium.
When we talk about chemistry, what comes to your mind? Maybe this periodic table of elements behind me, or this water molecule in my hand. Will culture ever come to your mind? This is Dr. Yunteng He, a chemistry instructor at Central Community College. Culture is influential and powerful as it affects our perceptions and behaviors in learning. However, cultures have played a limited role in chemistry education. When you cut an apple and find it slowly turn brown, some chemistry happens. Do you know that our apples originate from Central Asia and spread across the globe along the Silk Road? Please join me at EPIC Symposium on May 18th at Stanford University. We will talk about how to establish bridges between culture and chemistry education for enhanced diversity and inclusion. So, next time, when we talk about chemistry, let the culture jump into your mind.
Hi, do you remember what it was like to connect with people across your campus? How about in dialogue or collaboration with people outside your primary academic home, like the social sciences, humanities, or STEM disciplines? What role could global studies play in creating collaborative and inclusive communities where students learn the value of interdisciplinary perspectives and exchanges? My name is Julie Jenkins, and I'm a Global Studies and Anthropology faculty member at Foothill College. Please join me at the Stanford EPIC Symposium, where I'll show you our process of creating a globally connected and inspired community of faculty and students, including rebuilding our Global Studies department, hosting the Global Connection, Finding Your Place and Transforming the World event, and creating humanizing profiles with faculty across the college about how global issues are addressed in their courses, research, or disciplines.
Imagine an educational landscape where accessibility is not an afterthought, but the foundation. A world where every classroom is a gateway, not a barrier to learning for all students. On May 18th, at the 2024 EPIC Symposium, I'm excited to introduce my project, an online toolkit that can be used to ensure accessibility and create truly inclusive educational environments for our global student body. This toolkit is rooted in universal design principles for learning and online accessibility practices. There are examples from captioned videos and ensuring color contrast to course design that offers alternatives and choice while maintaining consistency to ease anxiety. My favorite part about this toolkit is its foundation in the work of our current Stanford EPIC Fellows cohort. There are examples of accessibility in action drawn directly from our collective projects. Why is this important to you? Because achieving true equity and inclusion starts with accessibility. From physical disabilities to neurodivergence, every student's ability to learn should be supported and valued. Please join me at the 2024 EPIC Symposium to explore how together we can make education accessible and inclusive for our global student body.
What comes to your mind when you hear the word mathematics? Boring calculations or horrible-looking formulas? But mathematics is a whole lot more than those. For instance, did you know that the word algebra comes from Arabic, and for a good reason? or that the golden ratio and aesthetic proportion appears in music and art all over the world? Hello, I am Sabu Matsumoto, and I teach mathematics at College of the Canyons in Los Angeles County. Because of its universal characteristics and appeal, mathematics has flourished not just in ancient Greece, but all over the world. I have developed student projects involving mathematical ideas from around the globe. So please join me at the EPIC Symposium as I welcome you into my world. Yes, the world of mathematics and the mathematics of the world.
Have you ever noticed that we speak a multitude of Englishes? There are the Englishes we use with family versus at work. There are the various Englishes we speak in our communities, and there are the many Englishes used across the globe. Englishes from the United States and United Kingdom, sure, but also Englishes from India, Nigeria, the Philippines, and elsewhere. If there are so very many Englishes, why is it that in these diverse United States, we seem to teach only one specific standard American English? And whose standard are we even talking about? I'm Dr. Kelly Mitz-Matthews, and I teach English as a second language at the San Diego College of Continuing Education. As my EPIC project, I've put together a curriculum for an English as a second language conversation course that foregrounds world Englishes instead of just one specific English. Students in this course will be exposed to both first and additional language speakers of Englishes from across the globe. They will see Englishes used playfully, rhetorically, and academically by culturally and linguistically diverse Americans. Finally, they will share bits of their own home languages in that process. We aren't likely to change linguistic landscapes and hierarchies overnight, but we can provide our students with welcoming spaces in which to acquire a new language without devaluing any others. I'm excited to use this curriculum with my San Diego College of Continuing Education students. It aligns with our college's beautiful mission and values, and what better way to engage with students than to sit in conversation with them.
How the world communicates has been completely changed due to globalization. But how truly global is global media studies? Many textbooks focus on the economic elements of the global media industry, specifically how Western countries dominate. But global media means more than the ability to watch CNN or the BBC around the world. I have developed a class to expose students to a much wider range of examples that are genuinely global. We take a closer look at China and India, at the rise of Korean media, the increasing strength of Bollywood, and the relative decline in influence of US media. By focusing on more non-Western examples of media flows, I have redesigned my Global Media Studies course at Santa Monica College. Using Stanford resources and other new videos, readings, and activities, I have developed innovative curricular materials. By internationalizing our curriculum, community colleges can make global issues accessible to our students in order to foster their global understanding and to strengthen their global competencies. Please join me at the Stanford EPIC Symposium as I share my fellowship project.
Imagine a classroom where students are exposed to a wide array of philosophical perspectives from across the globe, where they explore ideas and traditions beyond the Western canon, enriching their understanding of the human experience. Traditional philosophy courses often focus solely on Western thinkers, neglecting the rich philosophical traditions of other cultures, limiting students' perspectives and perpetuating a narrow understanding of humanity's intellectual heritage. My name is Ted Preston. To address this gap, I developed Introduction to Philosophy Global Perspectives. From Confucianism to African philosophy, from indigenous perspectives to Latin American philosophy, students engage with a diverse range of ideas and worldviews. By centering marginalized voices and perspectives, we challenge the dominant narrative and foster a more inclusive academic environment. By embracing diversity, we not only enrich our educational experiences, but also cultivate a more just and equitable society. Please join me to explore this project more fully at the upcoming 2024 EPIC Symposium at Stanford University.
Have you ever wondered why film history textbooks seem to do a great job of covering the national cinemas of France, America, and Britain, but often exclude or neglect the films of Latin America, Africa, and most Asia-Pacific countries? For example, why has almost no one heard of Afrique sur Scène, the first true sub-Saharan African film that bridges the stylistic gap between neorealism and the French New Wave? Most educators have told me that they simply don't have access to these films. Well, now you do. Hello, my name is Kevin Sherman, Associate Professor of Cinema at City College of San Francisco. I want to invite you to the Stanford EPIC Fellowship Symposium on Saturday, May 18th. I will be publishing and presenting my Canvas open source database, The Cinematic History of Underrepresented People. The database will eventually feature over 1,000 pages and clips of films from underrepresented nations from around the world. All pages can be imported into any Canvas shell. All clips are from the highest quality sources and are all ADA compliant. The project's also collaborative. Requests and input from all disciplines are encouraged. I look forward to seeing you there.
In August 2020, California Assembly Bill 1460 was signed into law, mandating that all 23 CSU campuses require an ethnic studies course for the baccalaureate degree. Taking advantage of this legal momentum, as well as the newly minted ethnic studies department at our college, I'm seeking to globalize the ethnic studies 14 Introduction to Asian American Studies curriculum. The current curriculum tends to be Americentric by design. However, my project demonstrates the benefits of including perspectives and experiences beyond the US. Have you ever wondered about the Chinese experience in Canada, the Japanese experience in Brazil, or even the Vietnamese experience in France? I'm Dr. Jane Lee Scaife, and I teach ethnic studies at Sierra College. Come see my session at this year's Stanford EPIC Symposium to learn more about the intellectual utility of cross-national comparisons in ethnic studies courses and how I established an online global resource for Asian diasporas.